a good rule of thumb is do a, you can't, it's not going to hurt you by going into all the different platforms, right? Like that it's not overkill to be on every single platform. How much time and energy you put into creating content for them is a different story altogether. But I would first and foremost get set up, get your business set up on everything, because you want to make sure you own the rights to the name and all of the stuff in case anything becomes relevant to you. Don't get yourself boxed out of having the appropriate name that you want by waiting to get a profile set up on a different platform. Set it up at the very least. Get a profile pick up there, get a description, maybe post a few pieces of content. That way, if people are searching for you on the internet, all these apps are starting to index on Google. So you want to own your name on every social platform. So that's number one. Number two, I would do a blend of like organic and paid options, right? So chances are, if you're not very familiar with social media, I know your motivations. They're probably going to be monetary. You want to figure out a way to get customers and leads and all that kind of stuff. A great way to do that as a general contractor right now is to go on a platform like Nextdoor and put advertising into it. Look at their ad units, saturate the zip codes that you care about. Another great platform, and this is more on a digital spectrum. You can look at different kinds of apps and websites that are around home services, like Angie's Lists and stuff like that. There's different ways that you can play in those types of platforms. Anything that's about ratings and reviews, you want to be able to make sure, like a Google for My Business page. That's another thing. Make sure you're setting up your Google for My Business page. And then in terms of social networks in general, I would be in your space. The thing that really matters a lot, I think you're kind of adjacent to the real estate industry, to be honest with you. So I think Instagram is going to be important. I think Facebook is going to be important to you guys, but in different ways. Remember their follower graphs. The algorithms are based on followers. So you're going to want to incentivize people that you work with. Everyone that you do a job for, you should try to get them to follow your page. Everybody that you connect with that has a customer service question, that comes into or that calls you, you should be asking for a follow on those platforms, right? Because it's follower based. TikTok is interest based. You should be on TikTok because I think it's important, but it's not going to give you the results that you're probably looking for right away. It's not going to give you a ton of leads. It's not going to start driving your business from a monetary or revenue perspective immediately. But there's more chances to go viral on TikTok than any other platform. So, and what I mean, and why that would be relevant to you is that where I see a lot of small businesses winning on TikTok right now is they have a breakout piece of content that goes extremely wide. Like it's relevant. It gets seen by 100,000 or 1 million people across the US or Canada or international. And you may think that that's a waste of all those eyeballs, but it's actually really not, because the after effect after something goes viral becomes more micro, right? There's an example of, I read an article yesterday about a kid out in Utah. His dad's lifelong dream was to create a Mexican restaurant in Utah. So they did, but then for like 30 days, they had no customers and they were about to go out of business. And the kid went out there and he put like sad face TikTok of his dad, like his dad's dreams crashing and burning. And then all of a sudden it went viral. Millions of people across the US saw it. And probably 10 to 30,000 people that are in the state of Utah started driving from all over the state to go eat at their Mexican restaurant. And now it's a cult classic. It's like the restaurant's probably not in any danger of going out of business, but it wouldn't have had that success if not for TikTok. So is it easy to predict virality? No. Is it easier on TikTok than other platforms? Yes, because of the way the algorithm's designed. It's completely interest-based, which means every single post that you put out on TikTok, not when you look at the views on TikTok compared to the views on an Instagram, whereas Instagram is mainly going to be seen by people that are already following you, TikTok is going to be seen 9 out of 10 of the views are going to be by net new people, because it's just going to keep popping your video into the recommendation engine. Like basically you put a video out, TikTok tests it out amongst like 1 to 300 people, right? If you get a lot of views, if you get a lot of engagement on that 1 to 300 people, they'll elevate it. They'll release it to 1 to 5,000 people, right? And if your video still has momentum amongst 1 to 5,000 people, good engagement, good view through, people are watching the videos all the way through, they're watching it multiple times, they'll start to release it to a larger pool. So that's how you go viral on TikTok. It's way different than on those other platforms. And if you understand how the interest graph works, it's easier for you to hack it.